Mommies that are safely tucked behind their keyboards are very quick to tell you that if you're giving your child prepackaged foods or store-bought foods, you are doing them incredible harm. But is this true? Hi, I'm Sharon Oates, registered nurse and midwife, and I have been passionately invested in the long-term health of families since 2016. Today, we are going to look at prepackaged foods versus homemade organic foods. So while there is a lot of debate around prepackaged versus homemade food, I must tell you straight up front that fed is best. However you feed your child, I am very much about doing what is best for your family. If you have been in contact with me at all, you will know that I am very much, it is doing what fits in with your family and your life. And so your circumstances dictate what works best for you. So fed is best. That's my first point. My second point is that prepackaged foods are actually fine as long as you're not doing it every day. Ideally, we will want to use prepackaged foods like your Purities, your HIP, your Ollie Organic, whatever. We would want to use those as a backup, as an emergency, as a, oh dear, the food I wanted to cook is fraught, let's do something else. So those would be kept for an emergency or when you're out and about. The reason that I say this is because often those contain higher salt and sugar content than what we would want to give our babies. We would want to give them as little salt because their kidneys don't really cope with it very well if you give them too much salt, and as little sugar as we can until they're quite a bit older. So that would be my reasoning for not doing prepackaged foods on a daily basis 3 times a day. And number 3, I know that all of us are very busy. Moms and dads and partners are busy. Life has a tendency to catch up on us very quickly, and we suddenly think, oh dear, my child's going to school tomorrow and I have no food for them to take with. I would strongly advise batch cooking. So on the weekends, you stick your steamer on, 3 tiers in the steamer, and you cook your butternut, your gem squash, and your chicken, for example. And you can batch cook it all, freeze it in little ice cubes, and save those, the same ice cubes. Like, for example, all your butternut goes in one little Ziploc bag, all your gem squash goes in one little Ziploc bag, and all your chicken. And then on the day that you want to send something to your child's school, or even for your domestic at home that's caring for your child, or granny, you take out the cubes that you want of the various foods, and they can defrost it and it's ready to go. If you are looking for more tips and loads of nutritional information and advice, have a look for our ebook. It is full, it's chock-a-block full of information and really cool recipes in there that you can then use, adapt, even cook them for the whole family. So that is something to really look out for and pay attention to. Okay. So to recap today's message, we said that fed is best. We understand that circumstances happen. Fed is best, whichever way suits your family. We've got to fit baby's eating schedule into your life as a family. Okay. Our second point was that we can do prepackaged foods. If we need to, we can, but then we mustn't do them too often because they do have a higher sodium salt content and a higher sugar content quite often. They very often have to put some kind of preservatives in them to keep them fresh. Otherwise, how do they stay on the shelf? Just leaving that there for you to think about. And the third thing I mentioned was batch cooking. Do your batch cooking and get your meal prep out of the way for the week. So that's us for today. And yeah, we hope to see you soon. Bye.